pocket because you're always scared. But I think losing a baby is more detrimental to a relationship than just a pregnancy scare. I think it's harder for people to bounce back from losing a child that they thought that they were going to have, because with a pregnancy scare, you're always like, well, I might not be, and like there's always that out. But when you think you're pregnant, then you have to get in the mindset, okay, well, I'm preparing myself, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, we're gonna get along, and then you lose the baby and you're just like, everything's gone, and everything that you had prepared yourself for is no more. Some people can bounce back faster, but a lot of people have a hard time living with that and seeing the other person and knowing that what y'all had planned for isn't going to happen anymore. Most people don't survive a relationship through that.
A pregnancy or a pregnancy scare would be, depends. If she gets pregnant, then I'm gonna try my best. Like, that's, if anything, it's gonna bring me closer to that person, because we were already in a relationship. Now she's pregnant, and that's my kid inside of her. So now I have to step up to the plate and do my job as far as like becoming that person. Whether or not she wants to stay in a relationship or not, I still have to be there for that child. Whether or not she wants to be I'm gonna still be the father of that child. So I have to be more than just, oh, we're in a relationship, so let's because there's a chance she might not want to be in that relationship anymore with me. But I will still have that connection as far as the child goes. But if it's a pregnancy scare, you just get like a whole new lease on life. Because I'm not even gonna front for y'all. I've had 2 pregnancy scares in my life, and they were the pregnancy test was wrong, and was on one of them, and another one, her period was just real late. Or something, it was off whack or something. I don't know what happened, but it was basically a scare, and everything. Once I found out that he wasn't pregnant, it's a life-changing moment both ways. Like, when she tells me, oh, I'm pregnant, it's like, well, damn, like, my life is about to change for different. Like, I'm gonna have to do a lot of stuff different now. And then when she told me, oh, everything's fine, I'm not pregnant, then it was just like, now I can go back to just me not having to worry about me having a kid on the way. First, I would, depending on the STD, I might kill somebody. Don't know. That's not a mission or anything, but I'm just saying that some of these STDs are life-changing STDs. So, like, especially if the person knowingly had it. It's my choice. Like, I should wear a condom or whatever, but like, still, if the person knowingly gave me something, then I feel like that's grounds. Like, it's kind of like attempted murder. She tried to kill me, basically. Or if it's like, even if it's the simplest of STDs, it's like, I'm gonna go make sure I get it taken care of, and then I'm gonna let that person know. I'm gonna let that person know probably right away. This happened. I got an STD, and you was the last person I had sex with, so you need to go get checked. And I'm gonna go get it taken care of, and then it's probably gonna change my whole aspect of, like, I'm probably wearing more and more condoms, depending.
If I had an STD scare, I would immediately run and go and get tested, find out the results, and depending on those results, contact a sexual partner and/or partners and advise them to do the same, just for safety reasons.
I'd be really upset. I'd be upset. I'd be pissed, because that means he's cheating. And yeah, I'd be upset.
What would you do?
I don't know. It wouldn't be a good situation, though. It really wouldn't be a good situation.
I'd freak out first. I would probably talk to like a best friend or something and find out like, I don't know, because I'd be really upset, and then I would go to the doctor. I'd be really like afraid to talk to my parents about it because they don't really know that I have sex. So I would try to like work it out on my own with the doctors, and then obviously I would talk to my partner, and I would, one, warn them, and two, like try to figure it out, just like where it came from and whatnot. People are always going to judge. That's just what society does. And even though you might have the best relationship with your child, best relationship with, like, let's say the baby daddy or whatever, it still hurts the child to go like through school and whatnot, because society will always judge them. They'll always judge them for not being somebody that was born in wedlock or whatever.
Yeah, it's a difference out of wedlock. I mean, people can have babies with one another and particularly not have a relationship, and it not bother them. If a girl really wants a baby, they can tell a guy, or if it even accidentally happens and they have a baby, they can still like coexist as she being the mother of the child and he being the father of the child, and they can still like come together as far as raising the child, but they don't have to like necessarily come together as being like married. Now you have to get married. Now I've seen plenty of people that have had babies and now they're working it out. This is my baby mother, this is my baby father, but they're married to someone else, or they're living with someone else, they're in a relationship with someone else. I have some friends that are in those type of relationships now. And as far as like the whole wedlock situation, I mean, really with wedlock, it's hard to say, because it depends on how that person feels about the whole situation. Because it's like, some people are brought up differently. So for them to have a baby out of wedlock can be like, oh, I don't want to do this, and because it's against my religion, or I want to do this because I don't believe in that, then, I mean, you really just can't say as far as that goes.
Depending on who you have a child with, yes. I feel like if you have a child with somebody who's more concerned with the well-being of that child versus the status of your relationship with that person, then no, I don't think it has an issue. I think if those two adults can come together and put aside their differences or whatever, or their relationship, to worry about what's best for the child, then no, I don't feel that.
I think you can have a functioning relationship with someone even if you're not in a relationship with them and you have a child with them. I think it just depends on the type of personality, because even if there's not a child involved, like, there's still girls that are controlling over their boyfriends or ex-boyfriends, and there's still men that are controlling over their girlfriends or ex-girlfriends. And adding a child is even more stress, because it's like you both have to take care of it. You both still have to be involved. Even if you don't want to be, you're still involved in each other's life. And so depending on how certain people handle themselves in regular situations, then depends on how they're going to handle it with the child as well.
The person you have a child by is going to be the person you have a child by, regardless if you're married or if you're in a relationship or if you're not together, period. If he's a good dad, y'all not in a relationship, he's just a good dad, so it doesn't really make a difference in whether you're married or not, because he would pretty much be doing the same thing he's doing regardless. Yes. I feel like getting work done is like the hardest thing to do, because after you do housework, you have them all day, you gotta take care of them, and then you have schoolwork. I feel like you wanna rest, and 9 times out of 10, the schoolwork is gonna be the last thing to get done, because that's something you have to do on your time, and you don't have much of your time to do stuff. So I feel like schoolwork and children don't mix. Not at all. Yeah, there's gonna be issues. It's gonna be issues. I feel like majority of our arguments are because of the babies. Like, if I don't like something he does, or he doesn't like something I do, or if I wake up every night and he's sitting there sleeping perfectly fine, or he doesn't want to change a pamper, or it's just gonna be different things that you argue about, because yeah, most of our arguments are concerning the babies. So yeah, it affects the relationship. We have arguments about him never wanting to wake up at night. We have arguments about his parenting skills. So he say, I'm a little bit softer than him. He want to be hard, and I'm like, they're just babies. So that's another argument. Then we argue about him being gone so much, and I'm here with them pretty much 95% of the time. And at first he didn't never want to watch them by himself, so that was another argument.
Why do you think he didn't want to watch them?
I mean, I understand him not being able to handle twins, because twins is a lot. It's not just one baby, it's two. And he was never really used to having a baby around at all. Like, he just has his sister, which is pretty much in the same age group as he is. So I can understand him being nervous about it, but it's your children at the same time, and you have to do what you have to do. You got to get used to it. And I feel like he's a lot more stressed, and he feels like he has a lot more on his shoulders. So that comes out a lot in his attitude. He gets stressed out fast. He gets angry faster. He has a low patience level, and that wears on our relationship a little bit. And then we don't really have quality time together without the baby, so that's a little thing that we have a problem about. And of course, we don't have sex as much because we're both tired all the time, and they're awake most of the time. We're awake, so. Yeah, my relationship with my friends changed, and it was a little hurtful at the beginning, but I got over it. Like, a lot of the friends that was there when I was partying and having fun, they didn't really come around once I was pregnant by myself. And I mean, it shows you who your real friends are. Use birth control or a condom, because you don't want to have children too early. I mean, it's fun, and we're not struggling, but it's a much wiser choice to have children later in life when you're more successful, or you met some of your goals, or you had a relationship and enjoyed it outside of college. So I feel like you should wait to have children and wrap it up and keep it safe.
Be responsible people. If your birth control fails, and it doesn't, you don't use it. Get a plan B.
Like this.
We're young, we're in our hormones, we're around each other, and we see each other all the time, so you know it's gonna happen. Just don't cut a guy some slack.